This is my portable soldering iron design that you could get as a kit, and that is the purpose of this Kickstarter. First part of this video, I will show the iron and how it works, the test that I made with this board during this last year, and what you will learn with this kit. Second part, I will show you how you could order this kit and what options you have for that, and how this could help you to learn electronics, that's very important. And third part, finally, I will talk about the future improvements that I could do with the money from this Kickstarter, and why I need your help. Hi, I'm ElectroNoobs from the ElectroNoobs YouTube channel, and today I want to show you my project, this portable soldering iron. For about a year I've been working to make a portable soldering iron that could be cheap, easy to make, and also teach you electronics. I present to you my final version of the portable soldering iron. This iron will work with a 4S or 5S battery that you could take out with you while working. The maximum power is around 40 or 50 watts. It has a 3D printed case that I've designed, and I think it looks quite good. It uses the T12 tips, which are very good and also low cost, so you could easily replace it or change the shape. It has an OLED display to see the temperature and set other settings in the menu using two push buttons on the side of the board. It also has a vibration sensor, so it could go in or out from sleep mode automatically. It is based on the Atmega 328 microcontroller, and I will provide everything that you need to make one yourself. You can increase or decrease the temperature using the buttons. Set the sleep time in the menu or turn it off. Once you turn on the board, in a few seconds, you are ready to solder because it will get hot very fast. Also, mounting the unit, it is very easy. Add the board, add the small buttons, place the cover and tie the screws. Changing the tip is also very easy. Just unplug the tip and put the new one. Future versions of the firmware can be uploaded anytime. So I went from version 1, which was quite big and still had errors, to version 2, which was still not perfect, and finally version 3, which was working great, but I made the error of using a USB connector. That's why this version 3.3 is my final version, with a DC jack input and a few more extra improvements. Okay guys, so hear me out. This is why I present to you my project. The idea goes like this. If you order this kit, you will receive everything that you need to mount the project by yourself. And by everything I mean the board, all the integrated chips, the resistors and capacitors, the display, and everything you need to mount the board and make it work. But you will also receive a few videos where I will teach you step by step how to go from the schematic to how I've made the layout of the PCB, how to solder everything. I will provide the code and I will show you how to upload that to the board, and I will also give you the 3D file for the printed case. So this project is more about learning electronics than getting a new soldering iron. I mean, yes, you will end up with a working portable soldering iron, but making this project by yourself will teach you a lot of stuff about electronics. You will learn how the PID control of the temperature works. You will also learn how to amplify the voltage from a thermocouple and how to read the real temperature. You will learn how to use the Atmega 328 chip with your boards, how to get the basic configuration for this chip, and how to burn the bootloader if the chip doesn't have one. You will also learn about PCB design and manufacture in my videos, and also about voltage regulation for the PCB. By working with the code, you will learn about how interruptions and timers works, since we will have hardware interruptions for the vibration sensor. Also, you will see how to use this kind of OLED display, ring the buzzer and fade some LEDs. So using this board you could run all kind of examples, and by that learn electronics and program the Arduino. So if you need a new soldering iron, of course, you could go and buy something like the TS100. But if you want to support this project and my work, learn electronics at the same time, and also end up with a homemade portable soldering iron, I recommend you to order this kit. Okay guys, so in the past months I've been talking with all kind of suppliers. My idea is to make a few kits, so I have to order all the parts, and that is not easy because you have to talk with a lot of suppliers. Okay, so for this Kickstarter you will find a few types of kits and tires if you want to support this project. What I want is to make this kit a little bit more commercial. Maybe to make a mold-injected case instead of the 3D printed one, and also be able to put this on the market so more people could learn electronics and also have a low-cost soldering iron. Okay, so you could support this project with a €1 tire. By that you will still have all the video tutorials where you could see all the steps, but you won't receive the kit. If you want to support this project with the 3 euros tire, you will receive the full part list and the PCB final schematic, so you could order all the parts by yourself if you want. You will also receive the STL file for the 3D printed case. Next, you have the option for a basic kit for the support with 45 euros. You will receive a box with all the parts that you need to build the entire soldering iron. The 3D printed case, the board, the microcontroller and all the small components, and also a T12 tip. But you won't receive the FTDA programmer, neither the battery cable. For that you have the options of a 55 euros kit. This is the same kit as before, but it also includes the FTDA programmer and the cable for the LiPo battery, so in this way you have everything that you need for this project. Next you have the 60 euros kit, which is the same as the 55 one, but you will get 2 PCBs and 2 Atmega 328 microcontrollers. This is just in case that you think SMD soldering is difficult, and you want to be sure that you will have replacements in case that you mess up one of the components. Finally, for the 85 euros kit, you will get 2 basic kits in the same box, so you will end up with 2 soldering irons. So that's it. If you consider supporting my work, you have all these tires. Your support will help me get a better version, maybe make a mold-injected case and more professional look, and help others learn more. I'm also planning to order a PCB assembly and get the final product made by professionals. You will also support other future projects of mine, since this is my first Kickstarter, and I'll try to make more, and one will be about the open source ESC. Okay, I will end up this video with another full demonstration of what this product could do and what you will get in the kit when you receive it. So let's see. Okay guys, hello, this is the basic kit, so let me show you what you will get when you order the basic kit. This is the smallest kit that you have on my Kickstarter. This will help you make this unit. Only the unit, you won't have the FTDA programmer or the USB or the power cable. The programmer and the cable are a little bit more expensive. So those are for the second kit. Okay, so let me just show you what do you have in the kit. First of all, you will have a bag with all the resistors, the capacitors, the diodes, the small amplifier, so all the small IC, and also, as you can see, the Atmega, the 328 chip, which is the chip that the Arduino is using, some LED, so all the small parts for the PCB to solder, all the small components that you have to solder on the PCB are inside of this bag. Then you will have the DC plug, the DC connector to solder it on the here on the left side of the PCB. Then you will have the metal clips. These metal clips are used to hold in place the iron tip. So you'll have 3 metal clips for that, and also the push buttons. The push buttons are for increasing or decreasing or enter the menu and stuff like that. Okay, so the next bag is with the MOSFET. This is a P MOSFET, a power MOSFET, and also a very small buck converter that you will have to set to 5 volts. And this buck converter will supply the entire board, all the electronics, because the board is using 20 volts input and the Arduino and the LCD can work at that voltage. You'll need 5 volts. So for that you have this very small buck converter, and you will also receive a small display. This is an I2C OLED display, so it's this kind of display that the iron is using. So pretty much all that you need. You will also receive a T12 iron tip. This is the T12 ILS, the shape that you will receive. You might receive all kind of shapes, but this is the most fine one. And you will also receive a 3D printed case like this one with a screw. So pretty much all that you need to solder the components, and of course the main part will be the board. The kit won't be like this because I'm ordering all the boxes with my logo here, and I will have proper boxing inside with some foam, with some protection, so don't worry for that. But this is pretty much all that you will receive. These are the parts, a bag with the small components, the connectors, the metal clips and the buttons, and also the vibration sensor. This vibration sensor is used to get into sleep mode or out of sleep mode. Is this part here, that if you vibrate it, you will hear the connections inside. You'll also receive the power MOSFET and the buck converter for 5 volts. You'll also receive the board, which is the main component for this kit. Without this board, you can make this portable iron. You'll also receive a tip, the OLED display so you can see the menu, and the 3D printed case. This is the basic kit. if you want to mount this kit, you will also need an FTDA programmer to program the board. This FTDA programmer will be connected here on these pins, and with this you can upload the code. But this is not included in this kit because this is has a special price together with the cable. I think this is like $3 or $4 and this is like $4 more. So that's almost half of what all these parts are worth. So that's why I'm putting this in a second kit. So you'll have to buy the second kit in order to receive this as well. But with these parts you'll pretty much be able to mount your board, and if you have an Arduino Uno or an Arduino Nano, you can use the FTDA programmer of that board and upload the code to your board. I will explain all this in the videos. So this is the basic kit. Let's go to the next kit. What's up guys, this is the second kit. So pretty much this is the same as the first kit, but it would also include the cable. This is a silicone cable, so it is heat resistant, and also the FTDA programmer. So this will help you mount the entire unit and also program it. You will mount this, so you'll have a portable soldering iron. So let me just show you what you will have. So of course, the different part from the other kit is the FTDA programmer. This is used to upload the code by connecting it here to these pins. So you can upload the code that I will provide for this portable soldering iron. And also this is the cable that will be connected to a battery. This is a T connector. The battery that you will use with this is a 4S or a 5S. And on the other side you will have a DC jack. So this DC jack will be connected to the input of the soldering iron like this. So with this cable you can power it on. Of course you can buy this by yourself if you want, but this will be included in the second kit. Okay, so the rest of the parts are the same. You will receive the board, of course, which is the main component for this kit, because without this board you can't mount it. You will receive the OLED display to show the menu. You will receive a T12 tip. You will receive the P MOSFET to control the power applied to the iron tip. You will receive a buck converter to supply 5 volts to the board. This is the bag with all the small components, the resistors, the capacitors, the diodes, the LM358, I think it is, the operational amplifier, and of course the main component of this bag is the Atmega 328 chip, which is the microcontroller for this board. In the next bag we have the DC connector. We have the metal clips. These clips are used to fix in place the iron tip. We also have the push buttons that will be on the side to increase or decrease the temperature or enter the menu. And we also have the vibration sensor, and this vibration sensor is here on the board. And when you move this board, it will enter or exit from sleep mode, and you can do all kind of stuff with that. Of course, this kit also includes a 3D printed case like this one. But anyway, if you buy this kit, you will also receive the STL files and everything you need to print one yourself if you want a different color, because the color will be random. Okay, so that's it. Make sure, don't worry, but this box won't be like this, because I'm ordering my own boxes with my logo here, and also with proper boxing inside, with protection to keep all the components safely during shipping, so don't worry for that. So yes, if you order this kit, this is what you receive in the second kit. What's up my friends, so this is the third kit. This is the same as the second kit, but the only thing different is that you will receive an extra Atmega chip and an extra board. Why you need these extra components? Well, in case that you see that soldering these components, which is an SMD component, is very difficult, you might broke some pins or you might solder it bad. For just in case, you will receive a second board and you can do it another time with a second chip. So don't worry, just for a few more dollars you can have a spare in case that you damage this board or the chip, which are the main components for this project and are the most difficult parts to solder, because all the rest are just resistors, some buttons, and those are very easy to solder. So don't worry for that. So this is the third kit with an extra Atmega chip and an extra board for this project. So the rest is just the same: the buck converter, the MOSFET, these more resistors, capacitors, the amplifier, the buzzer, the iron tip, the T12 iron tip, the OLED display. You also receive the cable and the FTDA programmer, the DC connector, the vibration sensor, 2 push buttons, and the metal clips, and of course a 3D printed case which will be of a random color. What's up my friends, welcome back. So now that we have seen what we have in the kit, if you want to order this, let me just show you a quick demonstration of how to use this iron. First of all, I have here a 4S battery, because right now I don't have a 5S battery, which is the maximum voltage for this portable iron, because the voltage is around 20-21 volts. So if you have a 5S battery, it will heat up a lot faster. So for now, let me just show you how this will work. First thing that I will do, I will connect the DC connector to the main input here. I'll get the beep, I'll get the logo and the version. Don't worry, I'm working now on a different version, but each time that I make an upgrade, I will share that with you so you can flash it on this unit and have always the most recent update. Okay, so on the screen right now, if I press this button, I will get into configuration. And anything that you set inside of this configuration will get stored to the EEPROM of the microcontroller in such a way that anytime that you reboot the unit, you'll get always the same configuration, so don't worry for that. If I push the top button, it will heat up. So the first thing that I will do, remember I'm using a 4S battery. With a 5S battery this will be a lot faster, but right now all I want to see is how fast it will get hot. As you can see now, I can touch the tip because it's not hot. But yeah, I will test it, I will heat it up and see when I will be able to melt some solder. Okay, so let me just start it. As you can see, it is heating up to 350 degrees. So let's see when I will be able to melt solder. As you can see, it is already, so yeah, so just around like 10 seconds or 15 seconds, I don't know, 50 seconds. So yeah, in around 15 or 16 seconds you will be able to solder, because as you can see right now I'm melting. I've reached 370 degrees, but the PID will lower that value. So that's it. If you want to increase the voltage, just push upwards, or decrease the voltage, just push downwards. And if you push the both buttons at the same time, you will get into sleep mode. And here in the sleep mode, if you push this button here, you will enter into configuration, where you can set the sleep time, the buzzer if you want to activate it or not, and also the preset temperature. And the preset temperature is the temperature that you will have the first time that you power on the iron tip. As you remember, the first time that I powered it on, it was 350 degrees. So let's just go into configuration. Let's go set pre-time, enter this one, and I will set it to, let's say, 300. It will get saved. So right now, if I power it off and I power it on once again, you will see that the preset temperature, which is the first temperature that you have when you power the board on, will be 300 degrees. It's not 350 anymore. So yeah, that's it. You can enable the buzzer and do all kind of stuff in the menu. So yes, this is what this can do. Also, if you go into configuration, and you can go into set sleep time. So I go in configuration, set the sleep time. Okay, right now it's to 0, so it's to off. But if I put it to 1 minute, okay, it will get saved. So right now, if I power it on, if I leave this iron without moving it, in 1 minute it will get into sleep mode. But the board has a vibration sensor, so when I will move it or poke it, it would wake up and hit back again. So that's why I'm using the vibration sensor and the sleep mode. So let me just leave it here for 1 minute. As you can see, it is keeping the 290 degrees value of the temperature with the PID control. So let's just see in 1 minute if it will enter automatically into sleep mode, and then if I touch it or move it a little bit, it will exit sleep mode automatically using the vibration sensor. The board is using interruptions, so it can't skip the signal from the vibration sensor. So let's see. Okay, so there you have it. You hear the beep and you have the sleep on the screen, and right now it is into sleep no mode. The LED inside, which is the PWM signal applied to the MOSFET, turned off. So right now if I move it, as you can see, it turned on, and once again it will get heat up to 290 degrees. So that's it. That's how this iron works. Stay tuned for future updates. So please, if you want to support me, order this kit, make it by yourself, and you will see how awesome this project will be. So keep up, you guys. Thank you very much.